Well, hello everyone. Hi, how y'all doing? It's been a minute it's been almost a month since I made a video, and I've had quite a bit going on. One reason why I haven't made a video is because my son was having a procedure done in Atlanta, and he wanted me to go with him to assist him through the process. And so I did. And it was for a full month of June. That's one reason why I hadn't made no videos, because we was going back and forth to Atlanta every week, every Friday evening. We'll be heading to Atlanta for some procedures he was getting done. So that's why I haven't came. That's why I haven't made videos, y'all. I've been so tired, and then I've been working overtime on my job, and I just got off this morning. I had to go in this morning, and I've been feeling so bad because I be wanting to make a video, but I've been too tired lately, because it was a month of traveling back and forth to Atlanta with him, and now he'll be getting his treatments here, so we don't have to go anymore. The last his last appointment was the last Friday in June. So thank God for that. So hopefully I'll be able to get back on track. And when we go to Atlanta, my ex sister in law lives there, and so every time we went to stay with her, and it was just we were so glad to see one another and everything. So I didn't get a chance to make any videos, but anyway, I'm here today. And I know I said I was going to do a giveaway when I get 2,000 subscribers. And thanks to you all, I have reached that goal. But I tell you what, I'm still going to do the giveaway, but I'm trying to get things back together again and myself, because I've been just kind of, for the month of June, I just kind of been all over the place. So I just wanted to come here today and and not only have I been dealing with that with my son, I've been dealing with a coworker as well, in which I'm going to talk about today. And we're going to talk about how trauma and abuse can be damaging to an individual. When you have went through so much trauma and you know and abuse, you really need to seek some help. First of all, you need to seek medical, because my coworker, she first of all needs to seek a psychiatrist, or that type of therapy, because she's damaged just that bad. So I've been dealing with that as well, and you know the things. But she opened up for some reason. Like I tell y'all, people just love to open up, and they just pour out their whole life story to me. And she did that. And I, because I'm in a new department now, and I was wondering why she always seems so controlling and always want to tell you what to do. And first, I kind of got offended by her, because I'm like, okay, we two are individual, we're grown, we're grown ups, we're adults, and I know what I need to do, and you're not my lead person or my manager, so why you tell me what to do? So, but anyway, I knew. I'm like, this lady has been through something. And so one day, she had told me one day that I didn't supposed to be wearing what I was wearing. And so I was like, okay. And so I went to her and I said, let me ask you this. Why is it that I said, I understand the dress code and what we supposed to wear. I said, I don't think anything is wrong with what I'm wearing. And she, was saying, well, I just don't want you to get in trouble, this, that, and other. And, I kind of, that Scorpionic wanted to come out, but I had to pull it back in. And I'm like, this lady is going through something. I don't know what it is. But anyway, she came to me one day, and she's been so nice to me ever since then. And she began to tell me her story. First of all, she's been raped as a child. First of all, she was abandoned as a child. Her mom gave her away and told her that she didn't want her. First of all. Second of all, when she was staying with her mom boyfriends raped her. One of them did. The second one, her second mom boyfriend, came back and tried to rape her. And she said she was cooking at the stove and it was a cast iron skillet. And she came back and hit him with that cast iron skillet. And her mom came downstairs and asked her what happened. And so she tried to explain that the man was trying to do something to her. But her mom didn't believe her. She called the police on her. So, and can you imagine what that could have done to her? Can you imagine how you would feel if you as a child, and your mom tell you that she don't want you? You know, she says she's been raped by not only her mom's boyfriend, but pretty much a lot of male people in her family. Male men raped her while she was a child, and a teenager. It hurts me to even, it hurts me to even to tell this story, but it must be told, you know. And she and she was talking to me about her mom, and I said, "Well, sweet, I know everything that you've been through." I said, "But you gonna have to forgive your mom." I said, "If you don't, it's gonna eat you up on the inside." And she said, I've forgiven her, but it's like every time they get together, they always get in some type of argument." She said that even though her mom did not keep her, she kept the other siblings, her brothers. She said she was the only girl in the family, and the rest of them was her brothers. And her mom kept them and gave her to her grandmother, which was her mother's mother. Actually, she said that was her mother. She was the one raised her and took care of her until she became an adult. And then she said she got married, and her husband was abusive. Um, you know, um, she said he was verbally abusive to her, and she said, she decided to go ahead and divorce him because she had went through many years of abuse with him. And she said before the divorce was about over with, he went and stole $27,000 out of her bank account, and that left her with nothing. So she was homeless for a while. She had to, she didn't stay out in the streets or anything, but she was just living with, I guess, whoever she could, would let her sleep on the couch or whatever. She went through that period of her life. Um, her and her brothers don't get along because she feel that her mom, you know, took, um, gave more favor to them than to her. Her mom gave her away to her mother. Okay. Now, um, the negative things I can say about her is the outer scope. Is the outer scope of her. Okay. Now she's an attention seeker. She thinks someone is always speaking bad about her, talking about her. She has a very foul mouth. Sometimes I can't hardly stand to listen to her. She talks so vulgarly. Okay. She thinks the worst of everything. Um, she considers her co-workers to be her family. So now the positive thing I could say about her, she turned and like I told her, on this point, she turned things around because she has two children that she raised, and she has a son and a daughter, which turned out to be very well. Her daughter's a nurse. Her daughter just moved, I think she said she moved to Texas and she's working at Baylor Hospital as a nurse. Her son is in UT Knoxville for engineering. And from what she tell me, her kids love her. And she took care, and she also said that her grandmother, I'm sorry, her mother, uh, kind of treats her children kind of like the way she treated her. She's not too fond of them, but like I said, that's a positive thing. I told her, you've already turned that around. You done turned that around from the way your mom treated you. Look what you did for your children. And she said her children always check on her, and her daughter just bought a big house down in Texas, and she told her, Mom, I got a room for you. I said, look at that. I said, look how things is turning around for you already, because you care for your children, you raise your children, you love your children, you took care of them, and see what the results of that is. Okay, so that's something. That's something for you to be thankful for right there. Okay, and let's see here. Let's see underneath it all. Yeah. Now, she underneath all that, underneath all what, because when people have been through stuff, they have to build up this outside, to protect themselves from hurt and from pain. But in the inside, she's loving. She's kind. I see that. She do what she can for you. But it's the trauma that has damaged her so bad. And then she's a Leo. Her sun sign is Leo. And her moon sign is Taurus. Okay? Now, I looked up her natal chart because she told me her date of birth. And I looked up her chart here. Let me see if I had it pulled up here. Okay, let's see. And because I was curious, I'm like, why? I was curious to know what was in her chart. That the reason why she went through all that abuse. And let's see here. So, okay, I'm looking at her natal chart, and one day I'm gonna learn how to put this chart up to where you all will be able to see it. But right now I'm looking at her natal chart. Okay, like I said, her sun sign is Leo, and Leo in her natal chart, Leo is in her midheaven. Okay, and in that house she has Jupiter, and she has the sun, and it goes over into Virgo. Okay, which she has Mercury, and she has Venus. Okay, so we know Jupiter is all about expansion, and she has the sun sign, and then we know Mercury is about communication, and we know Venus is about it can be about love, and it can be about money as well. And so she has this now. Virgo is a tough sign as well, because you know you you know Virgo is pretty much, she, and like I told her, I said, you got some work to do, sister. You got some work to do. Look at what you done been through. Look at how you can help others with what you've been through. And like I said, that goes over into Virgo. Now, and this is what really captured me here about her chart, is that she has Chiron in the fifth house and has Saturn as well in her fifth house, which is in her natal chart. Now we talking natal chart. In her fifth house, she has it's in Pisces going into Aries. Now we know Pisces is all about illusion. You know, Pisces. You have to be mindful, because things will slip away from you. With the fish, you have to be mindful with Pisces and Neptune. It's all about illusion. Things it's not always the way it seems to be. And then she has Saturn. Saturn is about what? Limitation, discipline. And the fifth house is about what? It's about creativity. It's let's see here. Yeah, the fifth house is about creativity, It's about your childhood. And let's see here. Yeah, let's see, because I was looking at Chiron. What do it mean about in the fifth house? It says here, Chiron placements in the fifth house signifies a journey of healing and transformation, in which she went through much of that, during her childhood and coming up into her teenage years. She went through a lot of transformation. And with the fifth house is, it's also about your self-expression and your passions. Her childhood was really taken away from her. She didn't get to experience a normal childhood, going to the movies with her mom and dad, going to the park with her mom and dad. She didn't get a chance to do any of any of the things that you should do with your mom. Her mom gave her away. Her mom chose a man over her daughter. Her mom believed a man over her daughter. And she has Chiron in that house. Chiron is the what? The wounded healer. And most definitely, she has most definitely been through a lot of wounding in her life, in her, coming up to her life, through her life. She's been wounded and hurt. And she has this in her fifth house, which should have been, like I said, the fifth house is about what? It's about creativity. It's about fun. It's about risk, and it's about children. And in her childhood, like I said, it was taken away from her. It was taken away from her. Her innocence was taken away from her. With Chiron there being the wounded healer. But like I was saying, she has a lot of work to do. She don't realize it yet. She's not. She hadn't. She's 57 years old, and she has not. She don't understand spirituality just yet. So, and I'm like, I get these big jobs. I've been getting these big jobs, y'all. Even though I know I was placed there to help this lady, I was placed there to help her. But, as you know, with Leos, they can kind of be a little stubborn. You know what I'm saying? And they got that, the big ego. The ego, can kind of mess them up if they don't, kind of know how to calm down and kind of bring it down a notch or two. So she's gonna be a task, but she has taken to me. I'm gonna try to do the best that I can with her while I'm there with her, because she most definitely needs some help. I'm going to try to. I'm not going in. I'm not going in. It's gonna have to be baby steps with her. It's gonna have to be baby steps because like I told her, I can help, but she needs to probably go to a therapist, because she has a lot of underlying. Now, if she was spiritual, she could overcome this. She could. If she was spiritual and metaphysical, she could overcome this. But she's not there yet, and she was raised up as a Christian. So what I'm gonna have to do is kind of go in at that angle with her, with what she know, and then trickle in other things there, the spiritual and the metaphysical. But yeah, she's a piece of work, and she's a piece of work, and I was placed there to help her. So I'm gonna do the best I can, and also Leo is my rising sign, So I just feel so sorry for her. I really do. She she's been through some things. But anyway, I'm not going to hold you all like this. This video has been almost 20 minutes. And I just wanted to come in and just let y'all know why I haven't been here. And as y'all can see, I got another task that I got to deal with this, okay? So you all take care, be blessed, and have a great day. Bye for now.